If you want to get in contact with me, the best way to do it is on Instagram. If you just want to say what up, if you want to tell me you love my videos, you can tell me you hate my videos, but the best way to do that is on Instagram. Peace, y'all. Jonny Fastlane here. So, Lil Kim makes Kash Doll publicly apologize to her, and DJ Pvnch goes in on Funk Master Flex. Phase, this is Tyler the Creator, and Young Thug has surgery. Let's talk hip-hop. Alright, so Kash Doll was, I guess like at a show or at a club or something like that, and then she goes on Twitter and she's like, first of all, I met Lil Kim last night. She was so sweet. I had to apologize to her for going on a rant when I was younger. Somebody told me something when I was working with them. They told me that that Lil Kim said I couldn't go on tour with her, and Lil Kim didn't even know, right? So this is crazy, right? So, alright, so first of all, I'm not sure if Lil Kim knew or not, because that was the whole reason why Nicki Minaj was trying to come at Lil Kim back in the day, because it seemed like Lil Kim kind of was doing the same thing that Nicki Minaj used to do, which is like block out other female rappers, which is why there was only like one female rapper around at a time until up to now where there's mad female rappers out, because no one female rapper is going to try to block other ones, right? Which is dope, right? But anyway, so Kash Doll, I guess, went on a huge rant like way back in the day or whatever like that, you know, talking, you know, trash about Lil Kim or whatever, but then she actually apologized to Lil Kim, right? So then Kash Doll goes, she was a G about it, hugged me and embraced me, like, listen, you're too talented for all that. I love learning stuff from OGs. Thank you for everything, Lil Kim. You're truly an icon, right? And then Lil Kim goes, in life we all make mistakes and bad decisions sometimes, but a real woman fixes it, and that's what defines her. And Kash Doll, I asked you to fix it publicly, and that's what she did. She kept her word like a true queen, so now I can support and respect her publicly. And then she says, I respect her even more, right? And this is dope, right? Because now, you know, Kash Doll actually looks up to Lil Kim, right? And has said that a few times, right? And so now she actually gets to publicly, like, get the praise from a legend, Lil Kim, and then also, you know, Lil Kim gets to publicly be like, you know what, I mess with Kash Doll, she's cool, right? So then Kash Doll's like, I love you even more. This speaks volumes. That I was ranting, I never thought that you would even see it or just brush it off. I always say your name in interviews. See, I always say your name in interviews. I'm genuinely happy and thank you so much. And then Lil Kim says, you've always been a hustling, fly-ass bitch with skills. You're a go-getter, and I love that about you. I always rooted for you, even still, even after she said that. I always wanted to support you. Plus, you from the same place, one of my favorite places, which is Detroit, right? Lil Kim is from Brooklyn, right? And she goes, real recognize real. Last night we had a real moment. I love you, queen, at Kash Doll, right? So this is fire, right? So yeah, Kash Doll had to publicly apologize to Lil Kim, but she did it. You know what I'm saying? She swallowed her pride and did it. And once she did, Lil Kim was like, yo, I love you. You dope. You the best. You the best. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't be surprised if a Lil Kim and Kash Doll feature come out of this, which is gonna be dope. Let me know what y'all think about this in the comments.
A lot of the older DJs got a fraternity mindset. And they're like, yo, go in, go get beat up your whole career, go do all of this to then get the trophy of being like, now you're with us and we accept you. And I respect it. But it's two different ways to this. You could go to college and not join the fraternity and still be lit. I don't want to join the fraternity. So shouts out to the crews and all of the big brands. But I believe that a lot of those big brands at times and the radio format and the way that they got it is dinosaur shit. It's dinosaur shit. It don't work because I know hot ass niggas that are signed to the heavy hitters, signed to the union, signed to shit. Now they gonna kill me because I already said niggas' names, signed to Gwyneth, signed to Big Dog Pitbulls, everybody. I want to say everybody name so nobody feel like I'm isolating them. And then them brands have made my niggas cold because they make you sign to a brand and then you gotta follow through with that format. We've done seen niggas be the hottest in the city, get drafted, and then become cold because they gotta now play nice. They gotta then go on radio at 5 a.m. in the fucking morning like they was the hottest niggas in the city 3 months before.
So DJ Pvnch, right, was on live with DJ Self, right? And this is crazy. He was on live with Booth too, right? But he was basically just kind of talking a little bit, well, a lot, right, about DJs specifically like in New York, right? Because Pvnch is from Brooklyn, right? So he's like on his New York type of time, right? But Pvnch is young. And for y'all that don't know Pvnch, but you should, he was on ThisIs50.com doing interviews. He's been very instrumental in Designer's career, very instrumental in Young M.A.'s career. Like, if you from Brooklyn, you know who DJ Pvnch is. If you mess with this hip hop, then you should know, right? And he also was 6ix9ine's DJ too, right? So anyway, the whole situation is that he went live and he was basically talking about, you know, a lot of politics within the DJ community, especially in New York, right? And talking about how a lot of these DJs on the radio just kind of sit in their same seat for, you know, 20, 30, 40 years, right? And that they don't move and they don't ever give like young DJs a chance to really shine, right? Like there is a fire young DJ that's waiting to get up there on the ones and twos, but he can never go because somebody like a Clue or Funk Flex or, you know, I don't know, Red Alert, who's not on the radio anymore, but anyway, will be up there for like mad long, just years and years and years sitting in the seat, right? And the whole situation is he was basically saying that it was unfair, right? But then DJ Pvnch also went along to say that, you know, I got my fame and I got my notoriety differently. So I didn't come up on the radio like a lot of those DJs did. I came up, you know, through the internet, right? So he's like, yeah, I have all these views on YouTube. I did this and that on This Is 50 and bop. I was running around with 6ix9ine before all the snitching stuff, you know what I'm saying? And that's cool. So then that's why they asked him, they was like, well, if you did all that, then why are you complaining, or why are you really talking about being on the radio or being like, you know, a radio DJ, right? And so Pvnch basically explained that it's the whole thing about branding, right? Yeah, he could come through and he's DJ Pvnch with 80,000 followers on Instagram, and you know, yeah, he'll get a bag for going to a club and hosting a party or whatever like that. But what if he's DJ Pvnch with 80,000 followers on Instagram, but also he's Hot 97's DJ Pvnch from, you know, Instagram, or, you know, he's Power 105's DJ Pvnch, you know what I'm saying? That branding right next to your name, that logo next to your name, he said adds a couple of bands, you know what I'm saying? It adds more notoriety, it adds a bigger bag. And so he's like, these big DJs don't want us to have that big bag, right? Which was crazy, okay? So then Funkmaster Flex actually, you know, saw that, and I thought that Funk Flex was like gonna go on like some huge rant or whatever like that on, you know, Hot 97 like he usually does, but he didn't, right? He just kind of threw a little subliminal to DJ Pvnch on Twitter, right? So he goes, ha 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 ha, right? Some local borough DJs look at the next man and what the next man has, and it makes them bitter. But when you're past your prime, you enter early retirement. Mad at me or mad at yourself? I'm back in Brooklyn, Barclays, you know what I'm saying? And he even said I'm back in Brooklyn, and you know Pvnch is from Brooklyn, so he's definitely taunting Pvnch, right? Said no names though, or anything like that, and because he don't want to give Pvnch no fame or no notoriety, right? Pvnch has 80,000 followers on Instagram, which is crazy, right? But Funkmaster Flex has 1.2 million, so he ain't finna say his name so that all Funk Flex's people could go over to Pvnch and see what's going on, especially after Pvnch kind of disrespects Funkmaster Flex, right? But anyway, so Pvnch sees that. I said kinda, up until this point, right? Because Pvnch sees that, and then he goes crazy.
Funkmaster Flex, okay? I hear everything that you're saying. So from now on, I'm gonna address you as Mr. Taylor or Grandpa Ashton. I don't actually think that niggas like me are scared. I know that you think all these DJs are shook to directly address you. I'm not one of these niggas, okay? Get this real motherfucking clear. Don't start subbing. He starts talking about what we did at Red Rabbit. Nigga, I do not remember that night anywhere close to that. Secondly, you walked on the Red Rabbit and played for free. You know why? Because I had a lit motherfucking night in the club. Rich the Kid was there. I know what you did. Don't start setting the scene wrong. You came in and watched someone. You went on that set immediately and started playing 1980 rap and started letting Crooklyn Clan, Fat Man Scoop. We don't play those records, baby. It's 20 motherfucking 19, okay? Start walking into our generation, Grandpa. Grandpa Ashton, start walking into our generation. I know that you think that a lot of things are going on. Let me tell you something so we can get this clear. You are Michael Jordan, okay? You Michael motherfucking Jordan. Oh man, when you drop those bombs, it's like the fadeaway. You Michael motherfucking Jordan, you killing them. You Michael Jordan with the 45, you still killing them. You went back to the 23, you still killing them. But you know what Michael Jordan not seeing you, Grandpa Ashton? You Michael Jordan on the Wizards, baby. Coming off the bench. You the sixth man. It's time. Pack it the fuck up, Flex. Don't think I'm one of these niggas that's nervous. Wrong motherfucking guy. I'm here. World Star, all that shit on the check-in. Y'all really think I'm nervous to answer Flex? He gonna talk and subliminally talk for 30 minutes and drop bombs? Nigga, please, man. And I parked in front of your job here. You might be familiar. You worked here for 39 fucking thousand years. The same job, routine, every single day. Because you don't have the freedom that we have out here to go travel. Wake the fuck up. I'm on your asshole, man. Keep playing with me. Wrong nigga.
Yo, he said you came up in Red Rabbit talking about you playing Fat Man Scoop, Crooklyn Clan. Like he went in on this dude, right? Yo, it's funny, but it's kind of true. Like, I mean, but those are classics, right? That's classic like New York stuff or whatever like that, right? But here's the thing, yo, DJ Pvnch is like the new generation of DJs, and he ain't playing with Funk Flex, right? And he's like, I ain't scared, old nigga. You've been working here for 39,000 years, which is true, man. I mean, I remember being a kid. I don't ever remember how. I mean, like what I'm telling you is that Funkmaster Flex was DJing on Hot 97 when Biggie was alive. Like when Biggie was dropping new music, Funk Flex was playing it. You know what I'm saying? And Funkmaster Flex will be on Hot 97 tonight. You know what I'm saying? That's every single day, right? And I mean, it's cool. I guess if you've been at a job for a very long time, then, you know, that's cool. But for DJ Pvnch had a good point when he's like, yeah, but you can't travel around and get these bags like we do. And he basically kind of expressed that, you know, you got a job, you got to go to a 9 to 5, and we out here picking up different bags from different venues, and we have freedom to do that, and we could kind of do what we can do and talk about what we want to talk about, like, and that's why Pvnch is not scared, because if he wants to go off on a Funkmaster Flex, he could do that, right? No problem. But Funkmaster Flex up at Hot 97, if he wanted to go off on somebody, you know, maybe the program director or somebody might be like, yo, you can't do that. You got to do that on your own time, on your own platform. You know, there's certain things that you can and cannot say. There's certain artists that the record label, I mean, the radio station works with, and they don't want you to badmouth them or down talk them. But with DJ Pvnch, he don't got that problem. He doesn't have that restriction. He's his own man. He's his own company and entity, and he can basically talk about whoever he wants to talk about, which, you know, makes sense, right? But this is crazy. I don't know if Funkmaster Flex is going to respond to him again yet, but we'll have to see. But for now, this is what's going on, yo. Let me know what you think about this in the comments.
Dear Tyler's mother, just wanna write this letter to let you know that I love you. Thanks for not moving Tyler to Marino city limits. His head'd probably be a fucking field goal if you did it. Type of nigga we mop up, slap and throw in the locker. But he got a mental problem, I know it stems from his father. He never met his daddy at all. He knew the piece of shit he grew to be, so he left before he was born. Ma, I understand the pain that it brings. It leads a child to go on Twitter, typing outlandish things, and it hurt that your kid out here pretending to be gay to sell records. But on the low he probably is, and it's crushing this world to know he'll never be as gifted as the internet, or lyrically respected as Earl. Blind wigs and his music is shit. LeBron listen to everybody, you never see him bumping his shit. But why would Bron listen to a nigga that's spending his whole career doing gimmicks and be the one no one mentions? Tyler's mom, I know what you're thinking, at least he made it. But when no one respects your talent, what good is being famous? The highlight of his life was outselling Khaled, but he ain't tell none of his fans his t-shirts counted as an album sale.
Yo, so FaZe got the smoke for Tyler the Creator, right? So the whole thing started because Tyler the Creator went on Twitter, right? And he's like, yo, I just want to publicly thank my mom for not moving to Moreno Valley or the IE in 2004 like a lot of people from LA did, because man, I would have sucked, right? Thank you, right? And it's crazy because I don't know what Tyler the Creator has against Moreno Valley, but according to him, right, I guess he thinks like people from there or rappers from there or DJs or whoever is from there are trash, right? And he's basically like, yo, thank you so much for not moving me there because I would have sucked, right? But FaZe is from Moreno Valley, so he's like, yo, hell nah, yo, I'm about to respond back to Tyler, right? So he does, right? And this is crazy because basically basically, the name of the song is called A Letter to Tyler's Mother, right? And he's saying that he's thanking Tyler's mom too for not moving Tyler to Moreno Valley, because basically he's like, if you moved him here, he would have got slapped up and thrown in a locker. He would have been one of these dudes that we picked on. He would have been a sucker, and yeah, he would have sucked, but he still sucks now, right? He was saying that Tyler the Creator is not as good as Earl Sweatshirt. He was saying, I know you thinking that he's crazy when he does all this outlandish stuff on the internet and on Twitter and everything like that. He's wearing wigs and acting gay just for album sales. He said, I know why he's doing that. It's because he ain't got no father in his life, which is bugged out. He's saying that, you know, yeah, the biggest highlight of your life was outselling DJ Khaled, but you ain't really let people know that the only reason why you outsold Khaled was because of the merch that you bundled together with the album packages, which is true, and a lot of rappers are doing that these days, and this is crazy, right? So, of course, Tyler the Creator has not responded yet, and even like the whole DJ Khaled thing, when DJ Khaled was like, yo, I make real music, not all this mysterious shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, Tyler the Creator, Tyler the Creator took mad long to respond to DJ Khaled, so he's probably going to take mad long, like a month or two, to respond to Phase 2, and then when he does it, it's probably going to be like in a funny way or a weird way, or just like one little comment during the interview or whatever the case may be, but he definitely does need to respond to Phase. But this is completely crazy, yo, and I definitely got to see what happens here. And if Tyler the Creator comes out with a song, this, I'm sure he won't, but if he tries to, this is going to be insane. But let me know what y'all think about this in the comments. Alright, so Young Thug goes on his Instagram story and he posts up this picture right here, and he's like, I think it's because I'm #1 still, right? So I guess basically he's saying that he's sick, so sick because he's #1 that he ended up in the hospital, right? But we don't really know why he ended up in the hospital. Of course, a lot of his fans was asking him like, yo, why you in the hospital? What's going on? Are you okay? Bop, bop, bop. And he didn't respond to anybody, right? Which is fine. That's cool because, you know, well, he responded to people, but not about that, right? Which again is cool because, you know, we don't need to know about Young Thug's like personal, you know, ailments and stuff like that. I mean, if he's sick or, you know, whatever is going on with him, that's his personal situation, and the general public doesn't have to be privy to like all of that, right? But anyway, the whole situation is yesterday he posted up on his Instagram an actual picture saying that, you know, the surgery was a success and now he's back on these niggas' asses, you punk, right? So basically, he's basically saying that, yeah, everything's good and I'm good and I'm out now, right? And this is cool. Like, I'm happy that Young Thug is good and cool, and of course you would want him to be okay and be healthy, right? My only thing is, like, look, there's a lot of rappers, artists, actors, people in the public eye, you know, Instagram stars, whoever, right? Who, you know, go to the doctor or go to the hospital and they do not take any pictures and they just move forward. Like, I do not care to know why Young Thug was in the hospital, but it's hard not to speculate when you post up pictures of you being in the hospital and then talk about surgery and everything else like that, right? Like back when in 2009, I think Drake like broke his ACL or something like that, or tore his ACL, and we knew why he was in the hospital. He had surgery on it and stuff like that, and cool, that's fine, right? And it happened on stage when he tore his ACL, so I mean, you know, everybody knew because it happened like right in front of people, right? But Rick Ross has seizures sometimes, so does Lil Wayne. They have health problems. You know, Kanye West went and got liposuction. None of these dudes take pictures of them, you know, being in the doctors or the medical office or whatever the case may be, but Young Thug did, right? So on one hand, I could understand him not wanting to tell the public about what happened and the reason why he was in the hospital, why he had surgery, what the surgery was on. But on the other hand, I'm like, you can't just tell us 20% of the story. I mean, if you're going to tell it all. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not going to tell it, then don't. If you don't post on Instagram for 5 days, nobody's going to be like, yo, where's Thugger? You know what I'm saying? But anyway, I'm happy that he's okay, is what I'm saying. Let me know what you think about this and everything else in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure you hit that notification bell. Follow me at Jonny Fastlane on Instagram, and y'all already know what to do. Peace.